All right, don't burn down the place, Taurus. What is you doing? Cutting up because you didn't want to come on? Every type of avoidance that I could get this last 30 minutes. You did it. You gave it to me. You definitely did. So let's make sure our screen is in. Right. Get my medicine and nose stuff all off the camera, right? All right. So I think we got all the cards in view that we need. All right. So yes, Taurus, sitting in your energy. Listen. Hence the title. Originally, it was going to be "You Know How to Get Rid of It," and then lights out, and then something of the nature about quiet on the creek. And I'm like, wait a minute, ain't shit quiet with these folks right now at all. And I sat there, y'all excuse my dog in the background. She has to be excessively loud when my daughter's not up and take the forefront. But yeah, these kids, because my lotion's not sitting here, gotta ask your hands. Ooh, I feel so not prepared. And that's what I'm getting for Taurus's reading. Um, but I have been overly prepared actually. I've sat here for quite some time, the last few days, ready and prepared to come here for your reading. Um, Love is getting sticky though. It's getting real sticky. And so as I was listening and hearing the verbs, the words to the song Quiet on the Creek, getting sticky came on and started playing even louder. I'm like, getting sticky. I'm like, oh, is it? And I then recalled some of the messages from your original reading. I'm like, oh yeah, they were the ones that talked about a lot of stuff, but then towards the end, they wanted to come out and say how much love was really on the forefront. It was one of those energies where Taurus, you may be avoiding some things, but or the other person take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I do believe there is something really, really important that needs to be addressed the month of August in love. Okay, so let's see why things will get sticky for you. We're gonna go ahead and start jumping into the cards. We have a different setup, guys. I had to go into my vault, one of my vaults. Anyway, this is my little treasure chest of love cards or love decks to pull out love specific decks, and that's what we have for you today. You're going to recognize the oracle from last week, and then we have several other love decks, but we're going to pull a you past, present, and future, and them past, present, and future love card, and some clarifiers if we need it. But other than that, let's jump into your reading because we have the cards ready to speak. So, a few meditations as I deal the cards. Um, Now, again, like I said, the quiet on the creek and the lights out, those messages were given to me by Spirit. How they are going to be interpreted, we're going to wait and see what the cards say. Okay? I don't know if somebody's walking away, somebody finally finding peace, or somebody's relationship is going completely dark. But if Spirit is saying it before I even shuffle, it's worth paying attention to, okay? Let's see where this goes. Again, for those, good morning, Taurus. For those, welcome back to Guidance Divine Reflections. If you're new here, I'm Guidance Divine Reflections. And around here, Spirit sets the agenda. I don't force the message. I just follow it and share it with you guys, okay? These are your August love readings where we focus on relationships, dating, marriage, separation, reconciliation, self-love, and whatever else wants to come out. Now, this is also about general partnerships as well. So this can come in business. This can come in anything aside from just the loving relationships that we're familiar with. So pay attention to that. Anything significant that comes up or is highlighted, especially from your generals, you may want to pay attention. But like I always say, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right. Now, somebody has a lot going on, not calling it cheating just yet, but they definitely hiding like this card, right? I see why I was hiding. But somebody definitely isn't telling the whole story. Somebody believes they're the only one, while the other person feels like, okay, what is this? Questions. For my singles, August is going to get very, very busy. All right. You're going to have more options, more conversations, more attention, for sure. Don't mistake attention with don't mistake attention with intention. Attention with intention. Okay, Taurus? And don't fall too fast. Let's see what our cards are saying because they are coming out. Now, not to relate these to love, but I just want to mention some things that were very prominent in your generals. You may want to go ahead and check those out. I'll link them later, but they are the ones that were posted last week. Okay? And being that you are first up, you had a really good running with us. So thank you for that, Taurus. But big backsides, like I like big butts, and I can't not lie, energy came up last week in your generals. So maybe that's just a preference. Maybe that's something you guys have going on with a few in the month of August, cosmetically, but big butts nonetheless. All right. There were other big things referenced, but you'll have to check out the monthlies to get into that. But big confidence energy is what I got overall. Big confidence. Somebody may be getting cosmetic work done, but somebody may be arguing while Taurus just looks at them like, girl, what the fuck? Girl, are you done? I was like, yeah, pretty big Taurus energy. All right. Now, frogs came out. Not to give all those context of what came out in those, but if they catch your attention, you may want to check that out. Frog symbolism, there may be someone's nicknames, grounding, prayer, intercessor, getting close to something, watch your head, headaches, neck tension, clumsy moments, concussions. Okay? Long-winded people causing headaches. How do you get rid of it? How do you get rid of this headache? And that title was actually, you know how to get rid of it. So I don't know if it was the headache, what's causing the tension more or less, but we're definitely going to see this morning if that applies to relationships. I already see some stuff coming up, though. All right. Now, let's get your oracle, and we're going to jump into these cards. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others, Taurus. Ooh. Yep. Don't make a decision based on other people's feelings if yours is not in consideration. Okay? Now, how you start off this month, and I did a whole thing. This is not what I was supposed to do. And I'm going to read it quickly just because you're number one and you guys gave me the most reviews. And then we're going to do this the right way. But you have reevaluation with the Seven of Pentacles, work in progress, stalemate, indecision in the past, and heavy burdens when it comes to relationships. Painful endings, moving forward, potentially, or healing and recovery. But I think that's going to go hand in hand. What's on your mind is either if the ending has happened, the ending itself, or if it's to come and you know it, the healing and recovery. Restraint, you may be holding back. This is universally aligned. You are afraid of the trials and tribulations, but I'm not going to give you the outcome because that's not the deck we were supposed to do anyway. It ain't even your birthday. Okay, so back to what we were supposed to do. Let me clear this space because I don't know who had. Did y'all have interruptions? There's going to be a lot of Taurus that don't want this ending to happen. And they know it's necessary for their growth. So we're going to do past, present, and future for each sign. because we're already supposed to be ending this reading. Y'all cheated. With the cards and probably with this relationship. Maybe not you, maybe the other person. I'm not going to point fingers, all right? But don't make decisions based on guilt. Past, present, and future for you. Queen of Wands, nurturing. Six of Wands, success and recognition. Nine of Swords, self-sabotaging nightmares. Sure. And then here their cards come. I don't think you guys want to get clarifications because of that full spread in the beginning. You got a whole synopsis, okay? We're just looking for the outcome. And then I'll pull the love card to close because past, they're the ones that have some secrets and hidden confusion. That's probably why you're so cautious, but they are too. Present and future. So you're the nurturing one, but this has mostly been your energy in the past, Taurus, with this relationship. You were very nurturing. I don't know if you have kids with this person, but currently you feel successful and you are being recognized, and this may be on the work front. This could even be in relationship and in love too. This is the part about where I'm getting the guilt because I keep wanting to say guilt with an H, but no, the guilt because you are being loved, but you're not in love. And so this is the point where I feel like, okay, somebody has to say something, somebody has to give it up. And this is the part where I think Spirit is saying, don't be guilty because of how much they're doing for you. It's getting sticky, boo. It's getting sticky because you know this is not the one. And here's what could happen in the future if you don't do what you need to do. Self-sabotage and nightmares. You're going to sabotage yourself anyway. Now, they are holding some secrets. They are causing some confusion. They are the moon. This isn't the past, though. There was something hidden. If it's in the past, I feel like there's something you discovered. Maybe you don't have tangible evidence. But the Ace of Cups is currently. This is new feelings. They've been open. Maybe they shared it with you. I don't know if they came to the front and were honest, or you discovered it and then they admitted it. But this is also a new beginning in love, spirituality, and intuition. So they want a new opportunity. They want things to be renewed. Moving forward, they will reap some type of rewards. They will obtain some form of growth and progress. But they also have pregnancy. So if you are the man, be cautious. This is how you can sabotage yourself in this relationship. If you know there is a potential ending, because it's not showing here, that to happen, even if it's not this month, why would you go and get this person pregnant? Now that's a sticky situation if I ain't never seen one. Okay? But this is also planning, patience, results, and harvesting hard work. So, Taurus, men, wrap it up. Women, plan B and or birth control, baby. If you don't want this to get sticky or sabotage yourself and have nightmares moving forward. Things are looking positive for you guys right now. But if you've had signs of, or if there have been secrets and hidden things in the past, and this person is now asking for something new, why would you go and have something like, I wouldn't even say a baby, but something you like a business, a partnership that you start with this person, and you know you guys aren't going to be married or walking all the way to the end. Okay? So let's get your oracle closed because I think that is going to be different for everybody, but collectively, even for my couples, there is something going forward where maybe this is, I don't see three-way situations where it's an outside person, but maybe there's been challenges with getting pregnant. But it could come up in the future, and this is not a time. And you guys have decided, okay, we're not going to even worry about this. So I feel like you have kids already if it's not with them. You may not think that you could have any more, but I could also see if this pregnancy is not with you, it could be with someone else going forward because they may want kids. Like this Ace of Cups with them, they've been asking for it, especially if they don't have children with you. Okay? But you've been winning in work, winning in life. And at this point in time, I do believe you wanted a baby in the past. I don't know if that's what you feel now. But there has been issues with children coming up in the past, and there is going to be issues with children and or pregnancy or birth coming up in the future. Okay? Um, the secrets, I don't know if all of them are out, but I do believe that if you don't make the decisions that don't trap you moving forward, putting a pin in something, right? You're gonna regret it in the future. They're gonna win. They're the ones investing. And if a pregnancy happens, they won, not you. Dating queen. It's time to get out there and date. And this is for my singles and my couples, okay? This is for my singles. If you are dating someone and someone is trying to get you in a relationship, this is not the time. You're going to have gifts, you're going to have rewards, you're going to have all the things in August. But if you're coupled, this is how they're going to try to win you over and swoon you over to get what they want, okay? The dating queen. So be cautious of that this month. Shit's getting sticky. If it hasn't been, it may start to become sticky, and this is what you may need to start contemplating. All right? All right, Taurus, this is your love reading. Again, some of those things with Quiet on the Creek, I can see why someone has been, but you may need to be now. Don't tell them all your business. Don't tell them all your future plans, because that could be a cause of disaster going forward because they know too much. So, like I said, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If this message found you today, it may have found you for a reason. Leave me a heart if it resonated or like. Tell me what stood out in the comments. This week, we're continuing our love series for every zodiac sign. So if you're a cross watcher, make sure you stay tuned for theirs. We have a couple more this morning. But this is something that I feel you need to pay attention to in the month of August. Later this month, we'll dive into money, career, and wealth because that looks like what you're focused on. But before August closes, we'll check in one final time to see if Spirit has any more messages that didn't make it into the month. You can also catch me throughout the week on TikTok and Instagram at Guidance Divine Reflections for shorter daily messages. But until next time, love and light, I'll see you in the next reflection.